Welcome. I am Shannon Smith. I am the inspiration team director for BrutusMonroe, and I am so excited for you to join me for some crafty shenanigans on this Friday evening. We are going to play with this month's inspiration box, and let me just tell you that you are going to love this box. There are so many yummy things going on at BrutusMonroe right now. Everything that's releasing is so fun, and we've got all these fun, sweet themed items that have released this month. And also, I will mention that there's a new product that went up today, the acrylic bubbles. There's a bunch of fun colors, so check those out. And then also, I know that the Simon Hurley release went up on the BrutusMonroe site today as well. So definitely check those out. Hello, Penny. How are you? Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and change my camera view, and we will go ahead and get started. Oh, are you ready for me, Darren?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay. I always have to remember to switch my camera around. And I don't have my tablet, so hopefully we have it centered pretty well. Is it centered?
No, slide to your left a little bit. That looks good.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So this is the inspiration kit, and it comes in this awesome pouch. If you haven't ever received one before, you can see it's just really sturdy, and it's just perfect for crafting. I use these for all kinds of things. They are all over my craft room in useful ways. So let's go through what is included in this kit this month. So first off, these are the conversation clippings. These are some of my favorite things that we carry at BrutusMonroe. These are perfect for sentiments. And I like the fact that you can kind of see where they are, you can cut them out, and you kind of know what size to plan for. And they're about the perfect size. Penny did?
Candy.
Oh, Candy did. I was going to say, I caught Penny. Hi, Candy. Hi, Donna. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we've got the black and we've got the white, and of course these can be foiled. So those are one of the fun things that are in this month's kit. I'll just set them to this side. And then there are some card panels which are also foilable because they are printed with toner ink. And let's look and see what patterns we have. Look at how cute these are. These cute little donuts. They also look like they could work for cookies if you wanted cookies. Super cute with the little sprinkles on them. And then you've got these adorable hearts. What in the world? You could use this on so many things. And this would be really cute if you used the foil with it too.
Right a little bit, you'd be more centered.
To the right?
Yeah.
Like this? About right here?
I'm delayed.
All right.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, I'm just going to make a mark so that I kind of know where to, like right here? Where I made the dot?
Yeah, I'm delayed. So, yeah, good.
Okay, thanks. Okay, and then you've got this cute little coffee bean for all you fans of coffee. And then I love this one too. Just a really cute pattern that you, look how, this one especially would be fun to foil, I think. So those are the card panels. All right, so going on, let's move on to some of the fun new products that are in our kit. Actually, no, let's save those. Let's go on to the paper pad.
Said she's been cleaning and rearranging her craft room.
Oh, Donna, that's fun.
Shopping without having to pay when you leave the store.
Right, Donna? I know, it's amazing the things that you find when you clean your craft room, huh? Okay, I have one of these that's open. Some of them are missing, but we have all the patterns, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. Hi, Tyler. How are you? Tyler is one of our inspiration team members. So you've got 12 patterns, and you get 2 of each. So I'll just kind of quickly run through these. Isn't that cute? I'm just loving all these patterns. And I love that they're not just donuts. You also have these cute patterns that you can use for whatever. Just yummy, delicious looking colors. I think we are almost to the end. Yep. You've seen all the patterns, I think. I think, anyway. There's the quick view. All right. I'm going to move that. So you get the paper pad, and then you always get an amazing... Oh, let me show you this first. You get a sampling of paper. You've got this. This is so my favorite. I hoard mine to a fault. But this paper, I'm telling you, our glitter stock is so awesome. It does not shed. It just is gorgeous. It's the best I've ever used. And I'm not just saying that. Okay, and here are some layering cardstock sheets that come in the kit.
Candy said, great pattern, thanks for great birthday party card.
Don't you think, Candy? They are perfect for some birthday cards, but they're not only birthday cards. That's what's fun about them, is there's plenty there for everything. And then we've got these papers that you can use. And then, sorry, I want to move forward because I'm taking a little longer than I meant to. Okay. Oh, this is really important. This is a really fun addition to the inspiration kit. You get this sheet that has our amazing design team, some of the samples. And trust me, if you receive our emails, you'll get more samples and more of a bird's eye view of the projects that our inspiration team has come up with. And since I've seen some of them, I see them all ahead of time. I'm just telling you, you don't want to miss out on this box. And I know last time I checked, and it's been several days. It's been since, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. Last time I checked, there were only like 20 boxes left. So if you want one, I suggest you order as quick as possible. Okay, so you've got this really cute card from Jessica. We've got one from Lisa, Gina, Angie, and Kate. I love seeing all the different styles and all the cute things that they did with this kit. And like I said, watch your emails because there will be plenty more.
There's 28 available.
Okay. So then we've got our stamp set, of course, the star of the show. And look at all the amazing little pieces, all of the different options that you have with this set. All the way down to a little cherry and a little heart. And a little, I think that's a gumdrop. Isn't that so cute? Okay. And then you've got the coordinating dies. So now let's also look at the fun little additions that came into this kit. And that is, we've got this new faux frosting. This is really fun. I used this on my live last week. This is what it looks like when it's dry. It dries a little darker. And it's really fun. And it doesn't take a super long time to dry.
Tina says hi.
Well, thank you for enunciating. Hi, Tina. For the first time, I'm going to get your name right the first time. And then there's this little tongue depressor. I guess that's, or is it a tongue depressor? Is that what they call them? It's for you to use with you could use it with your faux frosting. Or there's also this finishing glaze that you could also use it with. All right. And then you could use this, and then if you wanted to, before it dries, you could use these awesome clay sprinkles. We are going to use these and this today in what we're making. We're also using the stamps and dies and the paper and the conversation clippings. We are going to try to hit as many things as we can. But aren't these the cutest? I think they are so fun. They look good enough to eat. Of course, they're clay, so you would not want to eat that. All right, let's get started on our card. Let's have some fun. The first thing we are going to do is well, I'll just tell you that this is going to be a 6x6 card, and I've got one of the pre-scored, pre-cut card bases, which I absolutely love. We'll set that to the side for now, but I did want to point that out. And then I'm going to take a couple of sheets from our Sprinkled with Love paper pad that we just looked at. So we're going to cut this one down to 5.5 by 5.5. And I don't have enough depth on my table to be able to show you. You're just going to have to take my word for it. Then it's 5.5 by 5.5. Okay, so there is that. And then this one I'm going to cut to 5, just because it was a little easier to deal with at 5 inches. So we will cut those out. All right. And then I cut a card mat. You know how I love my mats. This is 4 3/4, no, excuse me, 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And that will be our mat. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, let me just get this out of the way because it's big and clunky. We're going to take our foundation circles. If you do not own a set of circle dies, this is a perfect set for you. I'm trying to find my packaging. I have the dies out, but I think I moved my packaging. I might have set it aside. Anyway, Darren, do you happen to have that in front of you?
Dies?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell him how many circles they got in that kit.
It is 9.
You get 9 circles in the foundation circles that all nest. I just want to make sure I get the right sizes. I think it's this one. Yes, okay. So I've got, I guess I should measure to tell you how large this is. This one is about, about 3 1/4 inches wide, or in diameter, I guess I should say. And we're going to set this kind of, I think about right here. Not quite the center, a little bit above the center on the right-hand side. Because we're going to end up putting donuts down here. So we're going to put this circle in, and then we're going to use the smaller circle, which is about maybe 1 1/4 inches. Oops. What did I do here? Okay. And this is going to be the center of our donut. So we're just going to, just trust me for now. We're going to just kind of center that as best we can. It's okay if it's not exactly perfect. In my eyes, it is anyway, because pretty much you can count on it not being exactly perfect when I do them. Let me just cut that out really quick. Okay. So now we've got this piece that looks like a donut, which we can use for another project. And then we're going to use this piece and this piece for what we're doing right now. All right, so we're going to take a piece of our clear acetate. This is heat resistant, and these are 4 1/4 by 5.5. And Darren thank you, first of all, Darren, for moderating, as always. And secondly, Darren is posting the links. He'll post one link that will take you to all the links for everything that we used tonight. So I'm just going to use, you can use tissue tape, you can use tape runner, whatever you prefer. I'm going to try using this. I really struggle with all the tape runners. I have a hard time getting them going. I don't know what it is, but Once they get going, it's great, but sometimes I struggle to get it rolling. If you guys have any tips for that, I'm open. It's probably something really simple that I'm not doing right. And we're just gonna glue right around, especially right around the circle. And we don't need to go all the way to the edge because the acetate is smaller than the edge. Just because I am struggling with that, I'm just going to grab a piece of tissue tape, easy tear tape, and go along this side. Just because it's a 1 hour show, right? Okay. So now we can just add this to our panel. All right, so now I'm just going to flip it over and I'm going to add some adhesive to my circle. We're going to try to center that as best we can. Close enough. So there's our donut. So now I'm going to I'm going to tell you what what I already did, just because it takes a lot of time. So from here, we're going to add a bunch of foam tape, which I've already done here. And I concentrated around this area because we want to form a barrier for our sprinkles to sit in. So that is already all on here. I just have to peel all of these little guys off, which some days I'm better at it than others. I think I'm going to grab my little hook. That might help me out here. Hang on. I have a hook right here. Okay. Let's see if that'll help me out. Is anybody doing anything fun this weekend? What are your plans? I know Donna's cleaning her craft room / shopping, right?
Both Donna F and Donna R are cleaning their house.
Wow, both Donnas. Well, and if Donna C was on, she's all about cleaning and throwing things away, so she probably doesn't need to clean her craft room, right? I pretty much always need to clean my craft room, even when I clean my craft room.
Donna R is going to take all weekend too.
Well, there are worse ways to spend your weekend than in your craft room, right?
Tina says she'll be playing with the BrutusMonroe inspiration kit.
Fun, Tina. You'll have to tell me if it makes you end up buying donuts. We bought donuts last weekend after the for Saturday morning. We were like, we had a coupon for buy 1 dozen and get a dozen free. So we got one and gave the other one away. And oh my goodness. Yeah, they were delicious. Breakfast of the champions, right? Okay, let's see. We have one more.
Tyler said he's taking the little one to see Frozen Junior, The Miracle, and then seeing it to the musical on Sunday.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun, Tyler. All right, that might be better than spending the whole weekend in your craft room. You might win. Okay, so I just totally made a mistake. I forgot the sprinkles. Okay, good news is I haven't pushed down all the way, so we can salvage it. Trust me to do that. It's because I'm live, I'm telling you.
You need enough access for him in, right?
Yeah, I just need enough room. So,
You said you forgot to get donuts, but have a little baked Debbie cake.
oh yum. All right, so I highly recommend that you put the sprinkles in before you try to stick it together. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Okay, so let me see the best way to kind of inch my way in there.
That's what you call a minimalist shaker card.
Right, that's definitely a minimalist shaker card. Now we can kind of control it a little bit. All right.
And he said you use a piece of cardstock and the sauce over the paper.
That's a good idea. The hook was working really good too, but yeah, that is definitely a good idea, Penny.
Jonathan's also spending time in the craft this weekend.
That is so much fun. I spend most of my weekends doing that. Surprise, surprise, huh? All right, let's see. I always either overfill or underfill, I feel like. I think we need a little bit more, actually. I like a lot of sprinkles, okay? In my crafty donuts. Funny enough, I don't really love sprinkles in real life, but I think they're adorable. Okay. I think we're safe now. I think we saved ourselves. Yay! So now we've got our little sprinkle part of our donut done. Not without a little error, but that's okay. Everybody lived. Especially if any of my design team members who are scared to do a live are watching. I hope you are watching, because I know that there's some members of our team who are a little nervous about doing a live. And I keep telling them, you guys are really nice and you forgive us really easily. But, you know, when things go wrong, you just roll with it and you move on. It's amazing what we can live through. But I say that, but I still get nervous sometimes. Not like I used to get as nervous. I don't like shake like I used to. I used to have a hard time. My hands would just be, oh. But you guys are always very kind and gracious to all of us. And we really appreciate that.
No judgment zone.
That's right. It's a no judgment zone. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for the support that you give all of our team and all of our crew. You guys are what makes everything so fun and makes everything special. All right. Man, my hook tool is definitely coming in handy tonight. Glad I had it nearby.
Penny said celebrate the creative decisions. There are no mistakes here.
It's true. Well, and sometimes when you make a mistake, it forces you to kind of think outside the box and try something different. And sometimes I end up liking things even better than my original plan. Not always. I mean, let's be honest. It's not always the case, but oftentimes it is. So
To quote Bob Ross, it's a happy accident.
it's a happy accident. And also just remember, it's paper. It's paper. It's not your whole life. If you mess up on some paper, and that's the worst that happens to you, you're doing pretty good. Okay, so that's what the base of our card is going to look like. I'm just going to set that to the side for a second. And then I am going to move on to the next part. So I'm trying to see if this is dry. I did this ahead of time, but oh, it's almost there. I think it's dry enough. So this is done with, I just used Candy Coat. I just used a spatula and Candy Coat. This one's the yellow. And Candy Coat is really fun. Let me see if you can see it in the camera. It's got little flecks of iridescent flakes in it. Oh, it's a little wet. I might go over it with the heat tool for a second. You can see a nice big flake right there. And it is so fun because you've got all that glitter, you've got all that fun, you've got the chroma glaze with and glitter glaze kind of a thing happening. It's like the best of both worlds. Excuse me for 1 second while I heat that up a little bit. Hopefully you can still hear me. But I just want to make sure, we'll just give it a little bit more of a boost to make sure it's pretty dry. Because I'm going to try to stamp on this. And I have to be honest, full disclosure, I'm not sure how it's going to stamp on this. But I figure if it doesn't work, we'll do something else. But I wanted to try it out. So I hope you don't mind me experimenting with you. I actually think maybe we should try embossing on top of it. That might be a good route. So this is going to be for our frosting. So I'm going to use our heart donut. And there's the frosting for that one. And there's the sprinkles. There's the frosting for our round donut. And then I've got kind of a glazed seed frosting there. And I've got this for our, I've heard them called Long Johns. And what else did I hear them called? Those bar donuts. Okay.
Bar donut.
No, I heard somebody call it something else. I can't remember what the word was. One was Long John and the other one was something else. But they were both new to me because I always just called them bar donuts.
Tyler said embossing would be fun.
Okay, let's try embossing it. Let's see what happens. Worst case scenario, we color. We got time. That's why I had all of those, the foam on there already. I mean, really, what can I teach you about putting the foam on? You guys.
Is it lady finger? Question mark.
That wasn't what I heard it called, but I can't remember. If I hear it, I'll probably know. If somebody says it, I'll probably go, oh yeah, that was it. Let's see, let's do green for the round donut. And let's do pink for the heart. That just kind of seems like...
Eclairs, says Debbie.
I know that eclairs are shaped that way. I almost want to say it starts with an F. I don't know if that's right or not, but that's what's coming to my mind. Let's see if I have another magnet. Hang on one sec. I have a whole pile on my magnet. Let's try that. Okay, I think that'll hold it down, maybe. Let's move this one down. I just don't want it to lift up when I go to stamp it. Let's try it now. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Let's see if that will interfere. Nope, we're good. Okay, so let's try, should we do white?
Finger donut?
Oh, I haven't never heard of a finger donut, but hey.
No, it's not. I'm just trying to remember.
Oh, you're trying to make stuff up now?
No, I'm trying to remember what we heard. According to Wikipedia, American Midwest call it a finger donut or a cream stick.
No, none of that. I haven't even heard those. I'm wondering if white would be the best. I think it will, because I think black is too heavy. We don't want to make them heavy. I don't know if I even have it. I was thinking we could do colored embossing powder, but I don't think I have a yellow. All right, let's see how this works. I might be better off doing them one at a time, but I didn't, so let's see what it does. You know what I didn't think about? Is this just the outline? Yeah, it is just the outline, so that's perfect. Okay. What I didn't do is I didn't use my static, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if the embossing powder is going to stick to our... This is why you experiment beforehand. But I still am willing to try it. Let's try it. Because if I use something maybe with a little sparkle in it, it might just blend into the glaze as well. So I think I might see what... Do I have alabaster up here? I've got fairy dust, but I don't know if that will give us enough of a line. Yeah, let's try it. Let's see what it does. I mostly just kind of want a guide anyway to be able to cut it out. So as long as it kind of gives us that, we'll be okay. Let's see if it worked. I can kind of see it, but it did stick to the powder as well. So we're going to have extra sparkly donuts. I can see it on the yellow one really well. I'm having a harder time distinguishing the shapes on the other two. So maybe what we'll do is we will redo the pink and the green. Somewhere I have a little brush that I use for that, which I don't see, so I'll just use this brush. That'll work. Sometimes it's wet handy is what you end up using. Hang on one sec. Let's go ahead and heat up the yellow one. And like I said, I mostly just want to be able to distinguish the lines so that I can cut it out. I'm not sure that this is an amazing technique, but we'll see. We'll see what happens when we do the other two. Yellow is going to be the hardest one anyway because it's the lightest. So let's try again. Thanks for bearing with me in my experimenting. I think it's kind of fun to do it with you guys anyway, just because I'm sure you guys like to...
Over to the right.
What?
Move your stamp pad up and over to the right.
The stamp pad?
You're misty.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do this again. Make sure we give it a lot of pressure, just so it can make it through the glaze really well. I'm wondering if I have enough ink in my pad. That might be a problem. Let's check it out this way. All right, let's give it a go.
What was the embossing powder you used?
Fairy dust? Yep. Yeah, it's pretty hard to see. We may, oh, there we go. I'm going to try something after this. I'm going to go ahead and emboss what we've got here, but then I think I'm going to go ahead and use black anyway, just so that we can see it, because I think it's kind of hard to see. Their pink one especially is hard to see for some reason. Or we could still try the white. The white would show it too. All right, now that we've got majorly glittery donuts, I am going to switch gears because I am not loving that result.
Sarita says hi. She's joining a little late.
Hi, Sarita. How are you? We're just discovering that this isn't my favorite method, so I switched gears. We're going to try using... I've got pearl right here. Should we try pearl? Let's try pearl. Okay, so we're going to try using the pigment ink so we can at least see if the ink is even getting on there. Yeah, that pink one's a little harder to get it on. I can see it there, but it's not, definitely not dark. Let's try one more time, just to be sure.
Yeah, I said sorry. Thought it would come out better.
Oh, whoops. It's all good. You know what? I thought it would too, but it's okay. This is how we find out. I used the wrong ink pad. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to kind of concentrate on that pink one for a second. And then we'll just go ahead and do it one more time. And then we're going to move on. I think this time is the charm. Okay. I definitely can see them better now. And now we're using pearl. And hopefully it mostly, I'm going to try it on one. See how much it's sticking to the rest of it. Oh, that's not too bad. Let's get some on the pink. And we'll get that yellow one more time. Yeah. So just make sure that you have some, I think white would be fine. I think other colors would be fine. I just think the fairy dust is just, it's clear with glitter, right? So it's kind of not surprising that it blended in. But you never know unless you try. That's much better. Just want to make sure I've got it all melted. Sorry, I'm holding it in the light, so a little bit off camera. Okay, or all off camera, really. So let's set that aside for a second. And we'll go ahead, well, let's just go ahead and cut them out. And I don't think there are dies for the frosting. Oh, there is for one. There is for this guy, which is the hardest one anyway, so that's good news. So let's cut that out.
That pink is being a problem child.
But what is?
Pink.
Yeah, that pink was being a little stinky, wasn't it? All right. So we are going to line this guy up.
You're off camera.
I'm just trying to see. There we go. Okay, so I love the way, I know I've said it once, I'll say it again. I love the way that our dies line up. It makes it so much easier. And we probably need one more piece of tape. All right, bear with me for 1 second while I cut that out. You know, I'm just going to use my little compact cutter from Hero Arts. Darren, you might want to see if that's available on the site. All right. See how we did. Oh, look at that. So perfect, and I don't have to worry about the little hole. Love that. Okay, so the other ones, thankfully, they're just pretty easy to cut out anyway. So we will grab those. All right, thank you. I love my little cutter. All right, so I'm just going to cut just outside that little line. The nice thing is, too, it's frosting. It doesn't have to be super precise, right? So the fussy cutting is not so, what's the word I'm looking for? So fussy, I guess. All right, so there's our heart. Now we'll just catch that bar. The one nice thing is if you do use a lighter color like the pearl, if you mess up, it won't be super obvious. Okay. Now I just need to stamp our donuts, and I'm thinking let's make things even easier, and let's just stamp them on colored cardstock.
Jenny said, "Hey Shannon, I made it."
Who said that?
Jenny.
Hi Jenny, how are you? All right, I think we'll make a yellow donut for our bar donut. And I'm just using the cardstock that came in the inspiration kit. At least for that one. So we only need a little bit more of that. So let's put this guy to the side. And where is my Misty? What did I do with it? There it is. Okay. Move all of our stamps out of there. Excuse me while I wipe my inky fingers off. are making a donut shaker today. Okay, so now I'm just going to stick this guy in here. Move our frosting to the top. Oops. Just stick a piece of tape down so that that doesn't keep moving on us. Okay, so I'm just going to use Raven ink for that. And let's just give it a little bit of pressure. And we'll do it one more time just to get a nice clean image. There we go. All right, we'll put that to the side and we will die cut that in a second. Now let's use, what do you think? Should we do like a strawberry donut or should we just, we'll see. I think we should do a chocolate donut for the green one. Maybe it's a mint chocolate one. You could use white or you could use black on this one. It's a little bit darker of a color, but I'm going to just go ahead and stick with my Raven for all of them. All right. So I was thinking today what some of the things that you could do with some of these cute things. And I'm thinking that would be cute to make a card with like Fruit Loops or Cheerios or something like that too. Just little cereal pieces. I don't know about you, but I always look at my sets and think, oh, what else could I do with that? Okay, let me grab the pink that came in our inspiration box. And I think we'll just do a pink donut. May as well. Keep things interesting.
Jenny did mint chocolate.
Yeah, mint chocolate sounds good.
Doing some pistachio would be good too.
Ooh, pistachio sounds really good. Well, and the little heart is especially, well, and the donut, because I think there's one, let me look at the stamp set really quick. I think there's one that doesn't have a hole. Oh, maybe not. It's on the die. Because I was going to say, you could even use that as a cookie, but you still could. If you use this one and this one, they would look kind of like those fudge stripe cookies. All right. One more stamp.
Jenny said a towerless card of Cheerios. I'm gonna make a great tire on a kid's wagon or car.
Oh, that's true. That would be a cute tire. Or what was the other one? Wheel on a car. Okay, let's set that aside. Set that in my pile of to clean. Okay, let's get the dies on these. I'm going get new tape because I kind of exhausted that other tape. And we need a bar.
Should we say we had one with Captain Crunch cereal and Voodoo Donuts?
Oh, wow. Yeah. See, that's perfect. Captain Crunch. That sounds pretty good.
Tina said an O in a tic-tac-toe game.
Very cute for tic-tac-toe. I always tease my kids when we have cereal like that. I'm like, it's not cereal. It's candy in a bowl for breakfast. I mean, really, let's get real. You want candy in your breakfast bowl? All right, let me. Trust me, I like it too. I'm just gonna cut all three of those out on my die cutter behind me really quick so we can get it all assembled. All right. So let's see. We can put our little frosting on there. You're not going to see a whole lot of that, but you can definitely tell it's a donut. This one might be better on a different color, but you know what? We're going to go with it. But that's okay because I have something that will make it work. So let's just do our glue for this. Just using Barely Art glue.
Donna said my wife thought the Long John was a sign at first when I got the set.
Oh, well, you know, it could work for it. There's another thing you can use it for. Okay, so we've got our donuts. Now let's perk them up just a little bit. And honestly, I'm just going to use this. I'm trying to think if I still want to try that. But I think I'm going to use it, but I'm using it just to make a guide for myself. Because what I want to do is I actually want to use our new faux frosting. But I kind of want the guideline to at least try to attempt to follow. I'm just going to put that little disclaimer out there right now because we are live and, you know, that really is all that needs to be said probably about that, but we'll just see how it goes. So I'm just using white and yeah, I can barely see it anyway. So now we're going to, I'm going to get down real low so that maybe I can see it. And follow that line. This is why I'm not a baker. I'm better with paper donuts most of the time. Let's see if I can kind of scooch that out. Okay. The trick is to kind of try to keep the squeeze on. Don't stop in between or you're going to have that little, what's the word, kind of pop like I did. And I can't see where I'm going with where the stamp was, so it's probably not even close to what the stamp looked like. But alas, that's okay. We tried. And this will definitely not be dry before our live is over. So I'll have to be really careful when I assemble. Just gonna kind of fill that in, make it look a little neater. Okay, that is gonna be how that goes. And do we want to try the sprinkles? If we do, we're gonna have to try a different color. I think I'm gonna forego these sprinkles, but you know what we can do? We can use some sprinkle spread. Have any of you guys used sprinkle spread? I just gotta see where I put it. It's kind of its own product, so I'm not sure if I put it in with my glitter glazes. I think I did. So we're just going to use, let me move this over a little bit. So now we'll have 2 wet donuts. So this is sprinkle spread. And it's like glitter glaze that has your sparkles already in it. So you've got your choices now. You've got your sprinkles you can put on. I love that we could use it for our shaker card. But also you can use them as a glitter glaze. You can use them with a stencil or whatever you're working with. I'm just looking for my palette knife. Oh, there it is. Okay. So let's just add a little bit of that. I don't think it's going to need a whole lot because we've got all that candy coat on there. Just enough to get some sprinkles on there. Okay. Perfect. Sorry, Darren, added the sprinkle spread on you.
That's why that's so far. Put my hair down for a second. So
Oh,
it's just me.
okay. All right, so now let's attach this to our card base. I'm just going to use my Fairly Art glue. There we go. Now it's coming out. And I think we want it to open on the side. Okay, and then I have I've got our conversation clipping. I'm using one that says "Have a sweet birthday," and I've got this little strip that we'll just use to kind of anchor everything down, make it into kind of a flag. So I'm just going to line that up to the left side. And then I think we'll add this cute little bow. Did I lay that right in there? Ooh, that was a close one. I did a little bit, but that could have been really a disaster. Okay. This is just one of those times when I'm just having one of those off days a little bit. What was that? I won't forget it's just paper. And one nice thing that this gives me a perfect time to show you is we started carrying this little eraser. It's a sand eraser. It's from Tombow, and this works really nice if you just have a little smudge or something. Right now it's still a little bit wet. When it dries, I'll probably be able to get it off easier. But that's great if you have a little smudge, because the sand in it will help it come off your paper. So if you're like me and you have those moments, you guys never have those moments, right? Everything always comes out perfectly. Probably going to center that. Let's just go ahead and do that. Kind of centered anyway. And now we will start adding our donuts carefully. I will put that one kind of like this. And I think I'm just going to add tape to the back. I think that will be the least apt to give me trouble.
Susan said she heard them called eclairs or Napoleon.
Oh, Napoleon.
And Donna said, your lives are such a great way to start the weekend. Love your creativity.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I love having fun with you guys. I'm glad that you guys let me experiment.
And the reason you're having trouble today, according to Tina, is Friday the 13th.
Oh, thank you. Friday the 13th. I hadn't noticed. So I guess that's a good sign. If I hadn't put it all together yet, then I must not have had too crazy of a time, huh? All right, so I'm going to pop the heart up. And hopefully not get my finger all in the sprinkle spread. All right, where's my hook? I tell you, that thing's a lifesaver today. So we'll put this guy, maybe not quite that far over. Let's put it right there. That was like surgery. And then I think we can put this guy, I think I kind of want him over a little bit. So we will have to be careful when we set it down. No, I like it down there. But I gotta know where I want it before I set it down because it's gonna crush into that. So like it or not, this is where it's going now. It's a done deal. Okay, so now let's add a little.
Your lives every Friday night.
Oh, thank you, Susan. That is so kind of you. I look forward to them too. I have so much fun with you guys. It's always nice to see my friends. I'm just going to put a glue dot. And I think we need a button or something on that. I think we definitely need, of course, this will shock you because you know how much I hate these things, but we're going to be using enamel dots because I don't think I make cards without them.
Nails look great.
Oh, thanks, Susan. I'm due to get them done again tomorrow. They're starting to get a little long, but I like them. They're kind of a fun thing that I've been doing. My son and his girlfriend gave me a gift certificate for my birthday, and I enjoyed it so much. I was like, Darren, do you think we could move some things around in the budget? And he was very, very kind. All right, I have moved my enamel. I had them all pulled out and ready. Well, we're just sticking with the theme here tonight. See if I knocked them on the floor. No. Seriously, the second that I end, I'm going to find them because they were sitting like right on top of these ones. Oh, there they are. They slid under my mat. I was sure I had them. Let's just add a couple of these little guys. And of course, this green donut is bugging me. I want to move it up, but alas, it is where it's going to be. I think maybe we need something to tie it in over here. At least a little further. Nah, that looks weird. What do you guys think?
Anne-Marie says hi.
Hi, Anne-Marie. How are you doing? I feel like I might be able to do one thing. Hang on. I'm in the danger zone of where I want to move things around. I think if we move that up a little bit, it's just heavy on the bottom. I just want to move it up a little bit.
This is great. How about you?
I'm doing great too.
Donna sends an adorable card.
Oh, thank you so much, Donna. Yours always make me feel so good. Okay. I know I didn't move it a lot, but it was enough that I feel a little better about it. We'll go with that. Maybe that. Let's see. Let's see if we move this to this side. Maybe one closer to the donut. Not that close. All right. What do you think? I think we are done with our donut shaper card. I had so much fun making this with you guys. Let me go ahead and flip my camera view. Let's see. Okay. Thank you so much for creating with me and letting me experiment while we were live. I had a lot of fun, and I actually am looking forward to creating something again next week. Next week, I'm going to use the really cute dies of the month. Have you seen them? Let me see if I've got them handy. This is the die of the month. I'm going to be playing with that next week. And then the week after that, we're going to do our January, our January page of the month. So page layout. So I hope you'll join me, and I will see you again next Friday. Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.